The 5-game road trip in Ohio Valley Conference play continues for Jacksonville State volleyball. Friday night, they're at Belmont. Saturday at Tennessee State. First 2 games on the road trip, not a good start for you, Coach Campbell. You knew it was going to be tough, and it turned out to be at Murray State. Then you came back and played much better Saturday at Austin Peay, but unfortunately fell to them.
We did. We just kind of – Murray State's really good. We had a chance in game 1, didn't get it done, and then it just kind of steamrolled from there. And then Saturday – for us, I think Saturday was kind of like a hangover for us because we knew that to win the conference, we had to win Friday night. And when we didn't, I think it disappointed the girls. And, instead of bouncing right back, and we talked about that, they kind of, came out flat. We did win game 3. I thought we were going to come back and really put it on them, but it just didn't go that way. It's part of young, part of learning, part of growing. And, those are 2 good teams, and you just can't do that against good teams. And we're going to see 2 more good teams this weekend.
Belmont right there near the top of the league as well going in, and a match that when you played them here at home that was a tough match for you. Then Tennessee State, probably as athletic as anybody you'll face in the league.
Oh, absolutely. Well, if you remember, we went 5 with Belmont here and had 11-9 lead in game 5 and just – again, didn't get it done, but we played pretty well that match, and Tennessee State is by far as athletic as anybody in the league, and playing them at home is going to be, a positive for them. But, I think it's 2 matches that, if we come out with a split, I'll be happy, and the over and under of 2-0, I'll be ecstatic, and 0-2, practice won't be fun next week. But we got ourselves in a good spot. We're tied for 4th in the conference, and, if we can win some games, in the next 4, we'll seed pretty well, and get ready for the tournament.
The second time around, do you look for Belmont and Tennessee State to play you differently, and will you attack them maybe differently than you did the first time around?
Yeah, we're actually putting some different things in, both offensively and defensively, that's going to, combat what they did to us last time. And I expect them to do the same thing. If we just went back in the same way, I wouldn't be a good coach and we wouldn't do good things. So we're already in practice doing stuff for this weekend a little bit differently, and hopefully it'll work.
Is this the time of the year when you get in the second half of the season and latter part of the season, I don't want to say they hit a wall, but everybody gets a little tired and it becomes more of a grind, doesn't it, at this time of the year?
It is for the freshmen. That's a great way to put it, and we have so many freshmen, so many new kids at this level. So, and, all of them, their high school teams that they follow are finished, or they're going to the state championships, they're done, and we still got 3 weeks to play. So you're absolutely right. It is a grind for them, but mainly for the younger kids. The older kids get it. They've understand it. They've been through it. So we've talked about that a lot. We've talked about finishing strong, and I think they are understanding it. Now they just got to learn it.
And that's where your veterans, that leadership's got to come from them, correct?
Yeah, we sat down with Emily, we sat down with Nicole, those guys, and sat down and said, okay, you got to help these young kids because you can see it in them, and you could see it you could see it in them last weekend. And us as coaches were prepared for it. We knew something like this was going to happen, that little bit of losing streak, and we hadn't hit it yet this year, and here it is right now. So we're working on that in practice to get out of that, talking about it, and hopefully the girls will learn from it.
From your standpoint, coaching staff standpoint, is it a little bit easier, so to speak, the fact that you've been in the league now and you know more about the folks that you're playing?
It is. We're preparing, a little bit differently against them now, because before we didn't see them at all. So we know their tendencies, and, yeah, we're preparing that way for them. We're letting the girls obviously know earlier. Our practices are structured more towards them, where when we saw them the first time, it was, okay, here they come. We watch a little bit of film, but we have the opportunity to learn, and I've called a lot of coaches, so we're preparing pretty hard as a coaching staff.
Thank you, sir. Good luck this weekend.
Thanks, buddy.
Laney Torkelson visits with us here. Your second year in the Jacksonville State program. You played some as a freshman. You've actually, I think, gotten a little bit more playing time this season. Has it been an adjustment coming out of high school and then playing Division I volleyball?
Oh, yeah, it's definitely been an adjustment. Like, the plays are a lot faster. The teams are all good instead of some decent ones and some okay ones. The OVC is stacked with good teams this year, so it's a big difference.
Is that the one thing that every time you go out there, whether it's in the league or outside the league, everybody's pretty good that you play against?
Yeah, pretty much. Yep.
You talked about the speed of the game. Was that the biggest change coming out of high school?
I'd say I learned a lot about different techniques and blocking and hitting that I never learned in high school. Just different techniques that I've never even heard of, and I have to switch over to in college has been difficult. So.
A learning process every day, right?
Yeah.
Something new at practice all the time.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
During the matches, when you're not in the contest, are you watching to see what's going on up front? Are you talking with folks as they're coming in and out of the contest?
Usually I just cheer on the teammates that are playing, and then we call in and out to make sure they don't take a ball that's out and then get in trouble by coach, which not good at all. And I watch at my position specifically to help out them in any way possible. So.
Well, you play middle, right?
Yes.
Now, is that what you played in high school?
Yes.
So from that standpoint, it was an easy transition, right?
It's been the same. I haven't had to switch over to any other positions, so it's been nice.
All right. The road trips, especially now playing 5 in a row on the road, a little bit tougher than playing here at home, isn't it?
Oh, yeah. Not everyone's on our side, so we got to just push through and hope for the best.
You're from Morris, Illinois, which is a few miles from Jacksonville, Alabama. How did you end up down here?
The recruiting process I came down here to visit, not thinking anything of it. It's too far because originally I was 2 hours and closer, but then this came up and I just checked it out and I just fell in love.
Well, during football season, I know you like the Bears. It's tough to keep up with them, I guess, a lot of times.
Oh yeah. Sometimes me and another player, Caitlin, watch the Bears on TV, and so when it's on, usually it's not on TV down here.
I mentioned earlier playing those 5 straight on the road. From an academic standpoint, you really got to stay on top of things, I guess, when you're on the road, don't you?
Oh yeah, you usually gotta take advantage of study hall hours on the road. And usually I have a lot of online things to do on the weekends, so I gotta keep up with those on the road, which is hard to remember because you're so focused on volleyball.
All right, good luck this weekend.
Thank you.
Laney Torkelson and the ladies on the road Friday night, play at Belmont, Saturday afternoon at Tennessee State. Jacksonville State looking for win number 8, number 9 in Ohio Valley Conference play.